Well, we are in the middle of the week. If you are watching this live, it is Happy Hump Day, Wednesday. Woohoo! When I used to work in an orthopedic clinic, they had whiteboards in each room, and I used to draw a camel and say Happy Hump Day on everybody's whiteboards in their room. So I'd like walk around to my coworkers' rooms and draw that on their board for the day. And I did other things on different days, but they came to love those kinds of little funny little touches that I did. But anyhow, I think of that sometimes when I say Happy Hump Day. So, how are you? Comment below. I would love to know how you're doing, what you are needing some love and compassion towards, what you need others to be loving and compassionate toward you about, and what things you are working on being more loving and compassionate towards others about. That would be amazing if you'd comment that below. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about your worth. Now, when I say that, I'm curious what comes to mind when you read the title of this video to start watching it, whether you're on live or replay. What was your initial thought? Comment that below if you will, of the title, Your Worth. Let's talk about it. Did you think of money? Did you think of your self-esteem? Your worth as a human being? What did you think about? What came to mind first? So when I wrote it and want to talk about it, I was thinking of it as your value as a human being, your value as a soul in a human body on this planet, doing your thing, right? So the reason I came up with this topic is because I had a client just the other day who lost her job, and it was really affecting her, And she doesn't need the money necessarily. She has a spouse who can kind of float, financially float them for a little while. But she was really struggling with this. And granted, it was brand new information, right? This just happened recently. And so any normal human being would be, unless you just hated your job, then you'd be relieved. But if you liked your job or loved your job, and suddenly you walked in one day and they said, oh, by the way, we're done here. Any normal human being would be upset by that. Any normal human being would cry, most likely, feel all sorts of emotions around that, and possibly question their self-worth. So I wanted to talk about self-worth today for that reason, because I feel like so many of my clients and patients they tie their self-worth to material things in the world, right? Like having a job, the way their body looks, who they date or are married to, how much they can afford, what they can buy, the people they hang out with, whatever things, right? And comment below if you have certain things that you find that you've tied your self-worth to, and maybe you want to let some of that go. Because here's the truth, your self-worth is not dependent on any of those things. Your self-worth is inherently yours from the moment you were put on this planet, and even before that, actually. Before you were even in your mom's belly being made, you had worth, right? Your soul, if you believe what I believe, you believe that your soul continues on. Your body is a human form. It will eventually go away. It will deteriorate and die, but your soul will continue on. That's my belief. I don't expect you to believe what I believe, but I'm going to talk about it from my belief system. Hi guys, thank you so much for commenting. I appreciate it. I'm going to try not to look though, because I get distracted. So anyhow, your self-worth was there before you were even born. It was there when you were a soul up, wherever, call it heaven for those that are Christian. Wherever your soul goes when we're not here on this planet, you are still worthy. And you're worthy in your mom's belly when your human body's being made, and you're worthy the moment you arrive earthside in this world, right? So your self-worth has nothing to do with how much money you have, who you know, what you wear, what you drive, what house you live in, where you live in the world. None of that actually matters in the end. or in the beginning or in the middle. So the problem, though, is that we get very connected to these things. And so when one of those things changes, we're accustomed to whatever, a certain job, a certain lifestyle, whatever it may be. And then one of those circumstances changes, and suddenly we feel like we are not worthy anymore. We're not worthy of whatever it may be, love, success, a good life, health, whatever. And so I really want to drill home today that you are worthy and you are excellent and you are amazing. No matter what this humanly world throws at you and this life throws at you, you are so worthy and so amazing just as you are in this moment right here. So let's take a deep breath and relax into that thought and that knowing. And anytime you're questioning that, come back to this video if you need to. I will be here forever in this video to remind you that you are worthy, you're amazing. So whether you have the job, have the friends, have the car, have the lifestyle, have the health, whatever, or not, you are still just as worthy today as you were yesterday, as you will be tomorrow, and so on. Okay? So live in that knowing that you don't need to be validated in any way by anyone or anything. And you are beautiful and you are amazing and you are worthy and you are vibrant and you are alive, right? I don't know. I wanted to share this message and I'm like, I feel as though I'm not explaining it well enough. I don't know, comment below if you feel like, okay, this hits home. I needed to hear this. It makes sense. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up, something. But I just felt like this was on my heart because of my client the other day who was just really going through it and all over losing a job that she didn't necessarily need. She enjoyed it, but she doesn't need it, but it was tied to her self-worth. And it just kind of hit me this morning, like, oh my gosh, that's what's happening, that when I was speaking to her the other day, I was talking to her and explaining things to her, but it didn't strike me until this morning that, this is a self-worth thing. We are tying external things to us. And if we don't have those external things, we then feel less of ourselves. So I hope that message helped. I hope that drove home for you that nothing external outside of you is ultimately that important. And what really matters most is just you being you and doing what you love. You are the most healthy, happy, vibrant, and aligned version of yourself when you are doing something you love, that you are passionate about, whether or not it makes you money, whether or not it brings you, external circumstances. That is when we are the most alive. And when we're with people we love. I will add that in. I think we as humans are community-based beings. And so when we're with people that we love and care about and they equally love and care about us, then we're our most aligned and happy and joyous selves. So I hope this message was helpful for you, and please feel free to watch it over and over again if you need to. As a reminder, share it with anybody who you feel needs a little boost in their self-worth today, a little boost in the knowledge that they are amazing and worthy no matter what their external circumstances are right now. And I will see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Mwah.